Hello and welcome to ISTV News. I'm Subala Kangabam. Let's look at the top stories. State's own nursing college inaugurated. Disciplinary action will be taken against doctor who refuses to go to his place of posting in the hills, warned CM. And now the news in details. For the first time in the medical history of Manipur, College of Nursing under the State's Directorate of Health Services was officially inaugurated by Chief Minister O. Ibobi today. Speaking on the occasion, the Chief Minister said specialist doctors have been instructed to go to the rural areas on posting in a 2-month rotation. He sternly warned that disciplinary action will be taken against any doctors who refuses to go to his place of posting. There will be no question of favoritism and nepotism in such actions, he said. Chief Minister Ibobi, Health and Family Welfare Minister Funzatang Tonson, Principal Secretary Dr. J. Suresh Babu, MLA of Uripog Assembly Constituency Laishram Nandakumar and Director of Health Services Dr. Okram Ibomcha were the chief guest, president and guest of honor respectively at the inaugural function organized by the Directorate of Health Services. Staff of the Directorate, nursing students and officials attended the function. Director Dr. O. Ibomsa said, the nursing college started functioning from 2012 onward, but today it is being officially inaugurated. The occasion will be a landmark in the medical history of Manipur. The medical sector in the state has improved considerably during the past decade under the supervision of the Chief Minister and the Health Minister, Dr. Ibomcha said. Health Minister Funzatang Tonson said, the nursing college has been constructed at an estimated cost of 11 crore rupees. The government is making efforts to appoint the required staff and provide other necessities under the Medical Council of India. Vacant posts of nurses at the hospital will be filled up. He appealed to the nurses who have completed their course in an institution outside Manipur to register themselves.
Housing government achievements in respect of medical department. Yam chow ba hai amuk ta sule tama nursing of college hai nasi number 1 si achievement number 2 we have our own nursing council asile baduda nurse pa to ba atopa state pa to rabasu ekhoda pa to rasu ekhoi own state nursing council ebisida ekhoda sida register to ba zarabani ahum subada medical council phabasu ekhoi own state na ekhoi ma lingkhat khabani. These three are a big achievement and a milestone achievement of the government of Manipur.
Chief Minister Ibobi said, the health sector is the origin of everything. Therefore, the government is making serious efforts to improve this sector. As the nurses have closer relationship with the people, they are obliged to serve the patients with sympathy and dedication. Appreciations are pouring in from outside for the wonderful hospitality of the women of Manipur. This hospitality must be taken into the medical sector too, the Chief Minister said. The government is also trying to open GNM colleges in the Hill district. Besides, the government has taken steps to fill up the shortage of specialist doctor, he added.
Mina yaraba, mina bielabadi, Isorni Hydra, Ekoi, Lonaribani, Jenim Nikamde, staff nurse Nikamdi, and Satu obje, regular appoint or Dida, recruit or Dida, anywhere, Satanai. Head can Uganda, with all due regard, sing the issue, head can Uganda Sakuya here. Other Shubums of transfer posting here for Yamasiki, Yamna, headache waiver, Adunamasi, Yam Ganakali, Aduna Handakta, Honorable Minister, Principal Secretary, Head Director, and Taurga. Singi remote at least district headquarters in Shea. Specialist Dr. Lake Tabashe, Gynae come day, surgery come day, medicine come day. Pura transfer to the Chalusuaya there. Attachment basis machine over attachment basis Zakiraga, single labor, Sinau Manipuri mini, Manipuri Gatani. Tani Katang Maduda Lega, Ma transfer to Wasunate, Mike and Jill, Similton, Tolo System, Lowdoni, Matu Saluya, Rigati. We have no any other alternative option except to take appropriate action.
Moving on to national and international news. Making his first public address in Australia, PM Modi began by saying that the love and honor he was given today is the right of all Indians, not his. He also said, Mother India has 250 crore arms. 200 crore of those arms are younger than 35. It's the youth of India who can help us fulfill our potential. He talked about cricket and the cultural history that linked India and Australia. He also said, too much cheering. You can take off from India at night and reach Australia the next morning. But it took 28 years for an Indian PM to reach Australia. I promise you will never need to wait that long again. On stage, PM Modi greeted, among others, an Australian-based cartoonist Ramesh Chandra, who is a cancer patient and had requested a meeting. A glittering cultural show was organized. Among the highlights of the evening was Australian pacer turner actor Brett Lee welcoming Modi ji to Australia. Outside the Alphonse Arena, there is Indian food, people in Modi mask, drummers and dancers. About 5,000 people who could not get tickets to the show inside are watching Mr. Modi speak on big screen outside the venue. Former Telecom Minister A. Raja, DMK MP Kanimozi and 7 others will face a trial in the 2G case today. They have been accused of money laundering during the allocation of the 2G ban. The case is being presided over Special SBI Judge O.P. Saini. In its charge sheet, ED had claimed that its proof into the case emanates from the 2G spectrum allocation scam, and the accused had allegedly conspired and committed offences under provision of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act (PMLA). BJP, which has been trying to shrug off the communal attack, has fielded nearly 40% Muslim candidates in Jammu and Kashmir assembly polls under its ambitious Mission 44+ to wrest power in the state. BJP is contesting more than 70 assembly seats out of 87 and has fielded 32 Muslim candidates. While the 7th party has fielded 25 Muslim in Kashmir Valley, 6 BJP candidates from the community are in the fray in Jammu region and 1 in Ladakh. BJP has also fielded 4 Kashmiri Pandit candidates and a Sikh leader in an assembly constituency in Kashmir Valley and 3 Buddhist from Ladakh region as a strategic move. Seeking to reassert Jawaharlal Nehru's legacy, Congress President Sonia Gandhi today said secularism is a compelling necessity for a country as diverse as India. She also said that there can be no India without secularism and it remains more than an idol. Addressing an international conference on the 125th birth anniversary of Nehru here, Gandhi said, secularism was an article of faith for the first Prime Minister of the country. And Srinivasan was not involved in match fixing and did not attempt to scuttle the probe into corruption in ILP, the Justice Mukul Mugdal panel's inquiry report has said. Portion of the 35-page report was made public by the Supreme Court today. This paved the way for N. Srinivasan to return to BCCI and even seek a second term as president. The BCCI AGM is scheduled on November 20. Japan's economy unexpectedly shrank for the second consecutive quarter, marking a technical recession in the world's third largest economy. Gross domestic product (GDP) fell at an annualized 1.6% from July to September, compared to forecast of a 2.1% rise. That followed a revised 7.3% contraction in the second quarter, which was the biggest fall since the March 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Economists say the weak economic data would likely delay a sales tax rise. Sales tax delay, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is likely expected to call a snap election to seek a mandate to delay an increase in the sales tax to 10%, scheduled for 2015. The tax increase was legislated by the previous government in 2012 to curb Japan's huge public debt, which is the highest among developed nations. The European Commission is to discuss emergency protective measures after a highly contagious strain of bird flu was discovered at a poultry farm in the Netherlands. The Commission will hold an urgent meeting today to look at how to contain the outbreak. The Dutch government said the strain H5 and 8 could potentially affect humans. The authorities have already begun destroying 150,000 hens at the infected farm in the village of Hekendrop. And before we wind up, the top stories once again. State's own nursing college inaugurated. Disciplinary action will be taken against doctor who refuses to go to his place of posting in the hills, warned CM. Well, that's pretty much for now, but we got more stories coming up. Stay tuned.